Hey guys, this is Keisomji here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you and explaining in depth how to scale your coaching or info product business from $0 to $10,000 a month completely organically in 2024, 2025 and beyond. If this is the first time we've met, nice to meet you. My name is Keisomji. If you're not familiar with me, I've been building online businesses, for over a decade now online. And most recently in 2021, I launched my own coaching and consulting company for business owners wanting to scale their revenue and client acquisition online. We took that from $0 to $10,000 a month in the first 3 months. And then in short succession, we took that to $100,000 a month within 8 months and did it completely organically without any ads. And I'm going to show you how you can do the same and show you the exact strategy we use so you can install this right into your business. And if you look at my lovely illustration on the whiteboard here, I've got this all drawn out just so I don't forget any things as we go along. So let's dive right into it. I'm going to assume that you have an offer because that's what it all starts with. It starts with the offer. An offer is simply a transformation that you provide to your client to get them from point A to point B. This could be, if we're talking about health, this could be weight loss. Maybe they start from their current situation and you help them lose 30 pounds. Maybe they start from their current situation and you help them get a six-pack in 12 weeks. Maybe in business, you are helping restaurant owners add an extra $10,000 a month. Maybe you're helping massage therapists get a few more clients a month. Maybe you're helping people with business growth like I do. Or even something in the realm of relationships. Maybe you help men get more dates. Maybe you help marriages stay together. You want to provide some really big tangible transformation that people would want to get and something that's associated with some kind of pain so that they would actually pay a high ticket price for it. And in this example, we're using $5,000 as the price point. Now we could go into high ticket versus low ticket. That's a topic for another day, but trust me on this one. If you're trying to get to your first $10,000 a month, you are going to have a lot more success and do it a lot faster by selling a high ticket offer. If you're selling something for $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, you'll need either 5 or 3 or 2 clients to get to that $10,000 a month. If you're selling something for $100, well, you'll need 100 clients every single month. And that is actually very difficult to get for the reasons I'm going to explain. So let's start with the premise of the high ticket offer. If you're charging $5,000, as I've laid out on the board here, you would need 2 clients a month to get to that $10,000 a month. Nice and easy. But there is some work that goes into it. So I've drawn out this funnel here as well. So you can see on the funnel, in order to get the people paying, which is the money at the bottom, we need to essentially get people through the funnel and going down the layers to where you can actually help them, sign them up, extract this cash at the other end, and it becomes a great exchange of services and money. So starting with traffic. Now, what is traffic? I'm not talking about the traffic in the street, obviously. I'm talking about traffic, which are eyeballs, people becoming aware of your product, your service, your offer, essentially. And so there's different ways you can get this. You can get organic traffic and you can get paid traffic. We're going to be discussing organic traffic here. Paid traffic will be things like ads, maybe social media ads, billboards, those kind of things. When we're talking organic traffic, that could be offline. Not really for our purposes, but that could be, knocking on doors, delivering flyers, cold calling. But in our example, we're talking about social media. So traffic coming in from platforms like YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, wherever you can essentially drive eyeballs, that's where you can generate traffic. So we want to start getting traffic to your offers. So we have some people here. And so not every single person who ever looks at your social media profiles is going to become a buyer. And that's why the funnel rather is like this inverted triangle, because some people are going to go from here, less people will make it down to here, less people will make it down to here, and so on and so forth. Just like if you were to go into any shop, there might be 100 people who go in to look at a PlayStation, maybe 10 of them go and buy it. So 100 people start out looking at it, 50 people express interest, 20 people actually talk to a salesperson, 10 people buy it. Those would be some fantastic numbers, right? So we're driving traffic. Driving traffic, you're going to do this by creating, I've put here CNC, content and connections. So depending on the platform you're on, if you're on something like YouTube, it's creating content. If you're on something like Instagram, creating content. If it's maybe Facebook and LinkedIn, you're still going to create content, but you're also going to develop connections where you're going to, add people, connect with them as well. And so you need to be driving traffic through content and connections every single day. Then from that traffic, When your profiles are set up correctly, you're going to then generate some leads. So how are we going to generate the leads? Well, the leads come in. What is a lead? A lead is just somebody who expresses interest in your offer. So somebody who raises their hand, somebody who clicks a link, somebody who says, hey, I'd like some information on this. Someone who requests info on your services. Maybe they reply to a story, they reply to a post, and I've put here call to action. So the way you're going to generate leads is by creating some kind of content. And the content is actually very important, because if you say, oh, I can help you achieve this outcome, well, where's the proof of that? Why would they listen to you? Anybody can say that. So you want to create some kind of content. So if this is for a weight loss offer, you want to answer some of their biggest problems, challenges, pain points, and concerns to get them to express interest in working with you. So maybe you can show them the 5 foods that will help them lose weight no matter how much they eat. Maybe you'll show them the 3 exercises that will help them get a more lean, ripped physique and develop more muscle. You'll obviously know your niche better, and this could be anything, like I said, health, wealth, relationships, or any niche that you're in. So find your target market's problems, challenges, pain points, and concerns. Those are probably some to write down, and start creating content around those. So in my niche of helping entrepreneurs launch and scale their info, product, and coaching businesses, I would teach them how to generate more leads, how to book more sales calls, how to close more sales calls, how to increase their closing rate, how to do proper follow-up, how to get clients more results, how to retain clients, those kind of things. So you're creating content around that, and you want that to be very impactful content so they can see, wow, this guy or girl is the real deal. He or she really knows her stuff. And if you're creating qualified traffic, which I should have put here, qualified traffic, because all traffic is not created equal. If you have a weight loss offer and you help people lose 30 pounds of fat, you don't want people who are ripped necessarily coming across this. You want to target the right people. And you're going to target the right people by creating these connections here from the right places and creating the right content. So if your content is based around how you can lose 30 pounds, how you can lose 30 or more pounds, how you can get in shape by summer, the people consuming that content are the people who presumably want this outcome. So you're going to get that qualified traffic, the leads. Back to that, because we kind of digressed from that a little bit. This content is going to serve 2 purposes. The content is going to drive traffic, but the content is also going to drive leads in conjunction with a call to action. So at the end of some of your pieces of content, not always, you're going to give a call to action. If you'd like my help getting this result, comment this word. If you'd like my help to see how we could help you get XYZ result in ABC time, DM me the word info, something like that. And you can do this in stories, you can do this in content posts, you can do this in YouTube videos just like this one here. So you want to be giving calls to action, because you don't want to assume that your traffic, that your ideal target market is just going to say, you know what, love that guy, amazing stuff. You know what, I'm just going to message him or her, and I am going to pull out my credit card and I'm going to pay them $5,000. I wish it happened like that, I really do, but it doesn't. So you have to give this call to action. You have to tell people what to do next. As you're generating these leads, now you've got people who are interested in your offer. Then to sell it to them, we actually want to schedule people in for an appointment. An appointment, otherwise known as a sales call, is essentially when you're getting somebody on a call or you're getting somebody on Zoom. I like Zoom better. You can relate to them, body language, and since 2020, people are way more comfortable with Zoom now. It's just a lot easier to build that relationship and show them why they should work with you, especially if they're paying a high ticket price, right? This isn't a $47 offer where somebody's just whipping out their credit card, paying $47 and doesn't really care. That's a small amount. There needs to be a level of trust built. So there will be some people who say you don't need to sell with appointments and sales calls. That's absolutely true as well. However, when you're getting started, it's just so much easier to convert. And this is why you'll find other high ticket products, houses, cars, luxury watches, all these kind of things. Why do you think they're sold in person, face to face? That relationship, and this is a topic for another video, the trust is the biggest thing here, aside from the outcome that you can help your clients get. So we're going to book them in for an appointment. So these people have come from a call to action. Maybe they've come into DMs. Maybe they've come onto sales pages. And now you are going to send them a link to book in an appointment. And so this link is very simple. It's nothing complex, especially when you're starting out going to 10K a month. You just want to send people a calendar link. Hey, Mr. Prospect, so you're interested in our services. Sounds great to see how we could get you XYZ result. How about we hop on a call and discuss if and how we could help you get there and if our service would be a good fit for you. Then you send them the calendar. And the calendar is very simple. It's like a software online like Calendly, typically free or just a couple dollars a month. And this is going to serve two purposes. It's actually going to book them in. So it books them in for the call. It's also going to pre-qualify them, which is very key, because you only want to be getting on calls with people who are actually interested in your offer and have the desire to invest in themselves. Somebody who's just looking for free information, well, they can consume your free content. This appointment are for people who actually want your help and are open to investing into your services to do so. So we're going to send them this link. This calendar link is going to pre-qualify them with some questions. So I'll put Q's here. Terrible Q. It's going to pre-qualify them with some questions. Finding out, for example, where they are right now, where they want to be, some of the challenges they've faced. And you're doing this for a couple of reasons. You're doing this so they can vocalize why they want your help and why you should work with them, but also so you know, kind of some ammunition, if you will, when they get on the call, where are they? How can you help them? You can do a bit of research before the call and see how you could really help this prospect the best. And when you can help them and they're happy with your service, that's where the monetary value in exchange for the transformation becomes a beautiful thing. So we book them in for that appointment. It pre-qualifies them. And to book them in, depending on where they come from, if they've reached out to you by DM, you can have a DM conversation. If they've reached out by email, you send them the link in email, so on and so forth. And what this is going to do, a lot of people are using these now, but there's still some people that aren't using them that effectively. It's going to position you well. It's going to generate the Zoom link. It looks professional. And so they book in and they get that Zoom link sent right into their email and to their phone as well on text message. You can configure all that in a software like Calendly. So now we've gone from traffic, we've converted some of those people into leads, and we've converted some of those people into booked appointments. And I'll add one more thing. To go from leads to appointments, it could be a call to action, but you could also have conversations in the DMs with people. When you're starting out, you need to remember, not everybody is coming to you. It would be lovely if the world worked that way. But just like when you start a business, as you're doing, you need to also meet clients maybe 50-50. And a little story for this is when I was younger, me and one of my mates, Ali, we used to have a lawn mowing business, if you could even call it a business. It was just two kids pushing lawnmower down the street pretty much. And what we did was we flyed up the entire area and we sat back and we waited for the phone to ring. And lo and behold, the phone did ring, but not as much as we thought. So when we were mowing one person's lawn and we had about an hour break, I decided to go door knocking. I thought, hey, let me kill some time with this hour. And I just said, hey, we are mowing your neighbor's lawn. Would you like us to do yours as well? We'll give you a little discount on it. I think that was the pitch at the time. And what I noticed was more people came from that 1 hour of door knocking than flying up the entire neighborhood, which was over 1,000 houses. So you want to do, depending on how your marketing looks, a combination of outreach and people coming to you. But let's jump back to the appointments. So now that you're booking these appointments in, they're pre-qualified, they've got the Zoom link, now they're going to show up on the sales call. And so, yeah, they're going to show up on this appointment. So you book the appointment, and let's actually add one. So let's add showing up to the appointment. So this would be like booking the appointment, and this is show up. They actually show up on the appointment. Now when they show up on the appointment, you're going to have a sales process that you take them through. You're going to find out where they are. You're going to find out where they want to be. You're going to find out what's holding them back. You're going to genuinely see if and how you could help them, and if and how they are a person that you'd want to work with. Towards the end of that call, once you find out you can help them, you're going to go into your pitch. You're going to show them exactly what the program looks like, how you would work with them, how you're going to help them get these results, and then you're going to collect the payment. And I like taking the payment on that call itself because the emotions are heightened, and not in a manipulative way, but this is how you can get people to actually commit. If somebody talks to you and they're going to do it later, well, you know, the urgency might decline. They may or may not do it. So now that you have them shown up on the appointment, you're going to take them through your sales process. And it's very key to have this dialed in. You don't just want to be saying random things to random people. Just like an actor would practice his script, Same kind of thing here. You want to take people through a predictable process, one that's going to help your conversions, but it's also going to help them when they're not just going off track, when you can actually see how you can help them. Where are they now? Where would they like to be? What kind of challenges are they facing? How can you help them? Would they be open to getting your help? What does the program look like? What does it entail? All these different kind of things, and then collect a decision. And that's where you're collecting this high ticket payment essentially. And like I said, when you're on a call with somebody, you just build so much more trust, so much more rapport, and they can really see themselves working with you. So this is how you do it. Okay, and we're going to run through the numbers as well on this video as well, so you can see actually how to get to this, and I'll show you how we did it as well. And then the final piece of the puzzle that a lot of people miss is follow-up. So let's put here, FU, follow-up. Follow-up is very crucial as well, especially when you're talking a big ticket investment. Not everybody is going to be ready to pay right then and there. Not everybody's going to have the funds on hand. There might be some logistical reasons. People might be moving. They might have a baby on the way. I've encountered all these things. They might actually be in another program. They might be waiting for some money to come in. There's all these different types of things. You want to try and convert people on the call as much as possible to help them get to their goal. But you also want follow-up systems in place, which could be DMs, manual DMs, automated emails, and text messages as well. You could even phone them as well, right? Let's actually put that there. It's just, there's no specific way in which you have to do all these things. They're just different communication mediums that you're going to use. And follow-up. And follow-up, what you'll find is typically a lot of people will come back 30 days, 60 days, 90 days later. And especially when you're doing high ticket, if you can even just close an extra one a month, let's say, for example, that's one a month, at $5,000, that's an extra $60,000 a year. This is not small. This is why it's so important to have all these things. And that's what we help people install, these exact processes to increase their client acquisition, scale their revenue, and actually automate the entire thing. But here, we're just talking about 0 to 10K a month for now. So let's actually talk some numbers. What does this look like in terms of actual numbers, just so you see? You're going to be driving the traffic. So traffic, you're going to get lots of people here. We want lots. So what maybe, oh, I'm off the screen. You want hundreds or thousands of people coming through here. Then we're going to turn these people into the leads. And typically, for every 10 leads, you're going to book one appointment. It can be higher. We've seen higher as well, especially when people are reaching out on a more personal level, like DMs and things like that. But when we're talking sales pages, it's more like 10%. So let's actually just give that as a rough number. For every 10 people who say, hey, I'm interested, one wasn't serious, one starts to ghost you, 2 or 3 don't check their messages, you'll get about one person booking. So for every lead, you're going to get about 10% here booking into appointments. Okay. Then from the appointments, you're going to get about, again, these are rough averages, but you can get about 80% of people show up. Some people won't show up, they'll forget, they weren't that serious. You have to account for these things. And then for people who've shown up on the appointment, you'll close roughly, it could be anywhere from, if you're not that good, 10%, 20%, 30%. Our numbers are around 41% at the time of recording. But for most people, it's around 20 to 25%. So let's actually be pessimistic. Let's call it 20%. Okay, so you get 20% close. And with follow-up, your numbers are going to vary, okay? So when we've got 10% of people becoming leads, we're going to reverse engineer this. So if you want to get 2 sales at 5K, right, you've got 2 sales. Do the maths. To get 2 sales, you're closing at 20%. You're going to need 10 shown up appointments, okay? So 10 shown up appointments. To get 10 shown up appointments, you're going to need about, where's that? 80%. I should have made the numbers easier on myself. 12 and a half, right? You're going to need 12 and a half, or let's call that 13, booked. 13 booked appointments. To get 13 booked appointments, you're going to need to generate about 130 leads, okay? So 130 leads. That's pretty much the numbers you're looking at. And like I said here, you'll find typically on higher intent platforms, like if somebody's DMing you, your lead to booked appointment ratio will be even better. But this is essentially how you're going to do it. So now you need to think, okay, if I need to generate this here, and then the traffic, we don't know how many people from traffic become followers and turn into leads. You're going to see that as you start to grow. But if you say, if I want to generate 130 leads in the month, that's what? Just over 4 leads a day, okay? Now it becomes a lot more realistic, because I know some people can see those numbers and say, wow. And there's other people who will tell you, oh, you only need 3 leads to convert like 1 client. But that's not actually true, right? A lot of these people are conflating interest leads with intent leads. An interest lead is just someone that wants a bit of free information. An intent lead is someone who says, hey, yes, I actually want to discuss working with you. I want this outcome. I'm ready to go for it. So to get 4 leads a day, maybe you're doing 3 calls to action a week and you're generating 8 for each of them. Maybe you're having conversations in the DMs and you're proposing calls as well. This is really what it takes. So it's actually not that difficult. It's quite simple when you do this consistently. Now, is this going to happen overnight? I wish I could tell you it does. It doesn't. But it also doesn't take that long. And when I scaled my business, starting from scratch, I went from 0 to $10,000 a month as a one-man show within 3 months. I still remember it vividly. I still remember the Stripe payments. The first month was $5,700. The second month was $9,700. The third month, we took a little dip at $7,400. So you might think, hey, you didn't do that in 3 months. But then the fourth month, we did $31,300. So I call that 10K in 3 months, and we kind of scaled up from there. So don't think this all needs to happen in the first month. Don't think, oh, wow, I need to start getting 130 leads a month right now, especially if you're starting from 0. Now, if you're starting at $5,000 a month, $3,000 a month, you probably have leads in the pipeline already. And as you build this over time, you're going to also get these follow-ups here that are coming back. You're going to get leads that you repropose calls with. You're going to get those follow-ups. You're going to get new people coming, and you're going to be just absolutely building your pipeline. So I hope this helps. This is how you do it organically without spending even a dime on ads, and help you get to that $10,000 a month. And in subsequent videos, I'm also going to share how to scale that past $30,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month, using automations, building a team. So if you like that stuff, make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos like this. And if you love this process and you'd like my personal one-on-one help installing this system into your business, helping you scale your business, increase your revenue, increase your client acquisition, and ultimately automate the entire thing, there'll be a link below this video where you can book a team to speak with me personally, and we'll see if and how we can help you install this. Take care.